came a point in my life when I knew I had to change it. So I took a chance, sold and gave away everything that I owned to experience a new life living out on the canals and rivers of the UK. So come along and experience it all with me every step of the way. Good morning to all you lovely people of YouTube. Today we're heading north on the Grand Union Canal towards the village of Weedon Bec. I've only been going 100 yards and I've had to slam the brakes on already as a boat appeared out of the bushes and the canal narrows where it's coming from. When I say slam on the brakes, I don't mean it literally. What I mean is put it in reverse and try and control it, keep it to one side. This is one of the reasons why it's best to trundle along slow, because it gives you a chance to stop the narrowboat when you have to. It's a bit windy out there today, but this is a nice little protected area, protected by the trees. The stretch of canal that we're doing today between Bugbrooke and Weedon Bec is another stretch that hasn't got any locks. I was having a look at a map the other night and I made up some short-term plans. And those of you that watch the channel regularly must know by now, or must know me by now, I try not to put any stress on things and make any deadlines. You can see where we are now on this map, and I want to head up to the Aitch Canal. I'll show you in a bit more detail. I'm going to carry on up the Grand Union through Braunston Tunnel and then turn right up the North Oxford Canal. Then I'm going to carry on up the Oxford Canal, turn right at Hawkesbury Junction onto the Coventry and then right again onto the Aitch. I hope to arrive at the Aitch sometime in June so that I can enjoy, or hopefully enjoy, you know what this country's like, some summer weather there. I've heard some lovely things about the Aitch and it's one of the places that I want to experience for myself, which I'll share as much of it as I can with you. This part of the Grand Union Canal is quite isolated, which suits me. It skirts a few villages once in a while, but on the whole, you're out in the middle of nowhere. Over there on the left, coming up, is called Furnace Moorings, and it's also a campsite. So the bloke who owns that bit of land is definitely making the most out of it. Looks like another boat's coming towards me, right where the moored boats are. Going to be a tight squeeze. and he's just signalled to me to pass him on the wrong side, the left hand side. So he's either mooring up, or I don't know what he's doing, but we'll soon find out. Okay. Oh, is it? I could do with some of that.
Well, tell him. He'll fill you up.
See if I can get him behind it.
You can get him behind us or, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Or stop, yeah, whatever. There's not much traffic, but...
Alright mate, if I pull up there, can I get some diesel off you? If I pull up there, can I get some diesel off you?
Oh yeah, you want on, yeah. Stop up here, mate.
That was a bit of luck passing in, because I need some diesel. So what I'll do is pull over here and reverse up so that I'm right up against the other moored boat that's getting the diesel. If there was some mooring rings here, I'd tie Aitch up, but I can't be bothered to bang in any pins, so I'll just hold it. It's my turn now. Right, I'm all dieselled up and it's time to crack on with the journey. That diesel's not cheap anymore. The prices have gone sky high. Going past a couple of fishermen with long poles, and they always seem to leave it in right to the last minute, said the actress to the bishop. The canal's narrowing right in front of me, and guess what? There's a boat coming through that I've seen at the last second, so I'll have to squeeze over. This is getting to be quite a recurring theme today. Every time the canal narrows or there's a blind bend, there seems to be a boat coming at me. Funny enough, you get days like that. If there's any other narrowboaters out there watching, they'll probably tell you the same. It's quite windy out here today, and it's affecting the steering a bit, especially when you're trying to go slow past other boats. So I'm having to go a little bit faster than I usually would to go past the boats. But if I didn't do that, it would blow me onto them. So I hope they don't mind. Looks like the canal's narrowing again right in front of me. I think there must have been an old lift bridge there or something. And yes, you've guessed it, there's another boat coming straight at me, right on the narrow bit. I'm because of that moored boat I can't go over to the right, so I'm going to go to the wrong side on the left, and hopefully I'll miss him. I'm going to go over that way, yeah? Always the worst time, isn't it? Yeah. That was a close one, but it's best not to panic in them situations. There's a lovely looking chestnut tree there, but I bet it hasn't half caused some problems over the years where you can't see the boats coming. You don't hear a lot about Northamptonshire, but it's a nice looking county what I've seen of it so far. Very lush. You wouldn't call it a hilly place, but it's definitely not flat. Just noticed that a boat's come out of nowhere and it's right behind me, so I'm going to pull over out of the way and let them pass, because I'll only get stressed up thinking they're right behind me. And it's not a problem to pull over here for 2 minutes. Alright, I'll only hold you up the speed I go. Pardon? Oh, is there? I'll have to keep my eyes open. He said there's some airplanes up there doing aerobatics. I can't see nothing though. There's a sharp left turn after this bridge, and it's a bit of a blind one. So, the way today's going, I'm expecting the worst. There's a novelty today. No boats coming at me. But the day's still young. This is nice to see. Wonderful. That's House Wharf over there on the left hand side. I've been looking around for this high house that the area's named after, but I can't see anything. So I can't enlighten you on that one. There's another campsite here over there on the left. It's called Whitehall Farm. Seems like a popular area for people that want to get away from it all for a few days. And there's some quite nice views across the valley from where the campsite is. Doesn't look like a lot of facilities there though. I've just seen a young family of swans going right in front of the boat, so I hope I don't hit them. No, they're okay, gliding by serenely. Nice to see. I don't know what's going on, but I've just gone 10 minutes without nearly crashing into someone. Wonders never cease. There's a warning sign on that bridge, so we'll have to see what that's all about. I can't see nothing yet. Oh, that's what it is. There's someone working in the canal. I wouldn't fancy doing that job in the winter. Be a bit cold, I'd imagine. We're coming into a place which is called Stow Hill. And if you look at boats for sale on YouTube, over here on the left is probably where the most popular channel is. And it looks like they're getting ready to pull a boat out for a survey when I go past, or after I've passed. It's Rugby boat sales, and if you're interested in that type of thing, catch them on YouTube, where they show you around all the boats that they've got for sale. And they don't seem to last long when they've got one up for sale. They always seem to have an offer on the next day. There's another boat just appeared out of nowhere, coming straight at me through the bridge hole. So I'm going to have to stick it in reverse quick. I've managed to stop Aitch in plenty of time. And as I'm reversing up Aitch out the way around this bend, the bow started to blow out in the wind to the left. And the only way I can get it back to the right again is to put it in forward gear, because there's no steering in reverse on Aitch anyway. But where that other boat's getting closer, it's awkward to put it in forward gear. If you watch, you can see the bow drifting out to the left again in the wind as that boat's coming by. And it's closing the gap between me and the moored boat, so his space is getting smaller all the time. So all I can do is slam it into reverse and try and miss the boat. It's a good job the other fella knows how to handle the boat, or handle his boat. happened to me today. Oh, Thomasina. I've just noticed that the other boat is Thomasina. And the people have shouted me out before saying that they watched the channel. I wonder if they'll still watch it after this. See you later. Looks like you're going to star on this one. Looks like you're going to star on this one. That's another near miss today. And I'm starting to wonder if I walked under any ladders yesterday or any black cats crossed my path. Because it's just one of them days. I hope all this hasn't put you off of narrowboating, because it's not always like this. It's usually serene. But there's no damage done. I think I'll better hurry up and find a mooring and get moored safely somewhere. We're not far from Weedon Bec now, which is the place that I've been aiming to moor at. There's another bit coming up where the canal narrows. And surprise, surprise, there's another boat coming through. But this one's no problem. There's Weedon Wharf over there on the left hand side, so I think I can safely say that we're in Weedon Bec now. There's a hire boat company over there where all their narrowboats have got weed in their name. I think the hire company is called Grand Union Hire Boats. But I'm sure someone will correct me if I'm wrong. I've seen a few places where I could moor up, but most of them have been surrounded by trees and I won't get any solar. So we'll see what's the other side of this bridge. Before we get any further, I'd like to thank a few people for buying me a coffee. A big thank you to Mark Boise Ingle, Ruth, Kevin, Jeff, Gal PZ, Aunt Babs and Jules Stone. I appreciate that very much. And it really helps me and the channel. If you're new to the channel and you're thinking about subscribing, don't do it just yet. Watch a few of the other videos to make sure that you like the channel, and if you do, please subscribe. I'm going to moor up now, so thank you so much for coming along, and I hope to see you next time.